Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today is Monday, August 24, 2026. So I want to review a couple of things that happened last week and then preview some important stuff that's coming up this week. Looking back at last week, stocks were lower. Worries about the bond market, worries about oil, it hurt the market. Maybe the federal deficit thing helped put pressure on stocks. I mean, the NASDAQ was down over 2% for the week. We'll put up here the weekly performance for the major indexes as well as the year-to-date ones here. All the major ones were down, still up nicely for year-to-date. So, but also the other thing that happened last week was the on-again, off-again Canadian tariff implementation, and they were, I guess, going to go forward this weekend. No agreement was made, so we're going to go forward with the tariffs. And again, just kind of a more of a geopolitical type thing. It could be influencing the markets. And so looking forward, two big events this week. One's NVDA. NVIDIA's earnings are Wednesday after the close. I'm sure they're going to produce great numbers. It's amazing how they can accelerate sales and earnings and just, again, put up huge numbers. But I think the important part may be their commentary on their customers, which feeds into the AI build-out, and any comments they see in the overall technology sector as well as the economy. Again, it's a leading company. They're at the heart of the AI build-out. So their numbers, but as well as their guidance and any comments on the marketplace for their business are going to be important. The other big thing is on Friday, Kevin Warsh speaks. The Jackson Hole Federal Reserve convention happens every year around this time. The speakers before on Thursday and like that, but Warsh speaks on Friday morning, and of course there's going to be a lot of attention to whatever he says about the economy, about inflation, and of course about interest rates and monetary policy. So again, that could both NVIDIA and the Jackson Hole speech could be market moving. Other things going on. Scott Bessent's making a speech or an announcement this afternoon about economic war on Iran. So that again brings all the geopolitical stuff into play. Also, Bessent also doing the bond buyback program. So that's could influence markets, or any kind of announcement that increases that or whatever. The bond market's been worried, and yields have been going higher. The federal government deficit, is all of a sudden is now a big thing. We're $40 trillion of debt, and I mean it's amazing that we've gotten to this point, and all of a sudden now it kind of matters. We didn't get here overnight, but it is a focus right now. And then lastly, just a couple of other earnings which are kind of important. Salesforce, is a member of the Dow, they report earnings. CloudStrike and Marvell, two key technology stocks, also reporting earnings. But again, the big thing is going to be NVIDIA and Jackson Hole. And again, secondary, but also important, anything that Scott Bessent says as well. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.